Yo, yo, yo. Yes, indeed, people. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Jay.Jordan, back for another WNBA watch along. Janelle, I see you first. It's like a race to see who's first lately. Salute, salute. What's going on, everybody? Well, it's only one game in the W tonight, people, and it happens to be a West Coast game. So all us East Coasters over here have to tune in for this late 10 p.m. Eastern start time for the Indiana Fever against the Seattle Storm. As always, people, if you like this type of content, want me to keep doing it, leave a like, subscribe, share. We'll be doing WNBA watch-alongs all season long. All right, so before we get into the starting lineups, we got some news for both teams. We got Nika Mule. She is back. Nika Mule is back. Her visa process that she was going through. She hadn't played the first 4 games of this season for the Storm. They were trying to get her visa to transfer over from a student visa to a work visa, because remember, the playing in the WNBA is a job for these ladies. So they finally got that process done, and the timing couldn't have been better for this matchup, this rematch between Caitlin Clark and Nika Mule. But we'll see how many minutes she gets in this game. She's not expected to start, of course, and she hasn't played any games, and they haven't had too much practice time. So we'll see how many minutes she gets. On the other hand, let's see if the Fever can get an actual win, people. Let's see if they can actually get a win. They got blown out their first 2 games. Their last 2 games have been much closer. Last game being their closest loss so far. I think it was a 4-point loss. So let's see if they can improve here tonight against a Seattle Storm team that is still trying to gel here, still trying to figure out how they want to run their offense. All right, so let's get into it. Starters for the Indiana Fever. We got Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Christy Wallace is into the starting lineup for Katie Lou Samuelson, Nalissa Smith, and Aaliyah Boston. And then off the bench, we got Temi Fagbenle, Lexi Hull, Victoria Saxton, Celeste Taylor, Katie Lou Samuelson, Grace Berger, and Erica Wheeler. The only player that's missing from the Fever is Demiris Dantas. Her contract is temporarily suspended. I think she's recovering from a knee injury. So when she does get off temporary suspension, unfortunately, one of those players that are currently on the team will have to get cut. Who that is remains to be seen. So those players at the end of the bench are still auditioning and still trying out for a spot. So we'll see what happens there. For the Seattle Storm, we have Skylar Diggins-Smith, Jewel Loyd, Jordan Horston. Nneka Ogwumike is back in the lineup. She missed the last 2 games with an ankle injury. And Ezi Magbagor. Their bench, Mercedes Russell, Sammy Whitcomb, Dulcie Fancam Mengiadu, Nika Mule, Victoria Vivians, and Kiana Williams. Alrighty, so this game is supposed to start in the next 6 minutes. This game will be on WNBA League Pass. I believe the free trial for WNBA League Pass is over, but they should also be streaming this game on Twitter, well, X, or whatever you want to call it. Mama called it Twitter, I'm going to call it Twitter. So the game is on Twitter, on the WNBA page. At least they promoted that as well. So if you don't have access to paid League Pass, you can watch it on Twitter if you want to actually see the game. But I hope you stay here on the watch along as well. All right, so the Storm are 1-3. The Fever are 0-4. The Storm, I think their 1 win was against the Mystics, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because the Mystics are still winless, as we saw on yesterday's watch along. It was a good game yesterday. The Sparks and the Mystics. Sparks came back in the second half and won the game by, I think it was 2 points, 3 points in the end. It was a good watch along. Another late game that was yesterday. All right, so before we start, I'm gonna put a poll up. What do y'all think is going to win this game, Fever or the Storm? So let's get that poll up and running. Well, the poll will stop right as tip-off happens, so make sure you get your votes in now. Will the Fever get their first win of the season, or will the Storm get their second win of the season? We shall see. Alrighty. It's only one game today, people. I've been waiting on this one all day. Had to make sure I took a nap so I could stay up for this game. It's been a day, but we here for some W basketball. All right, they're showing some pregame commercials here on League Pass. Tomorrow there will not be a watch along. I will be at Barclays for the Liberty game. There's 3 games on the slate tomorrow. The Liberty take on the Chicago Sky at home. Then we got the Minnesota Lynx visiting the Connecticut Sun. That's at 7 p.m. Eastern as well. And then the late game tomorrow is the Mystics versus the Phoenix Mercury. That Phoenix Mercury game was crazy yesterday. I was keeping track of it while we were here on the watch along. Kalia Copper goes for back-to-back 30-point game. She had 38 the game before, had 37 yesterday, and they take down the Aces in Las Vegas. That Phoenix Mercury team is going to be a team to keep an eye on. People were counting them out early, but they're having a great showing so far. So Phoenix Mercury, team to keep an eye on. Janelle says, why no one's saying Storm? I don't know. People sleeping on the Storm. I don't know. But we shall see. Let's see if anybody goes for the Storm. Let's see. You got a Fever favorite here early. All right, we're about 3 minutes out, people. About 3 minutes out. Cool. All right, let me just verify. I was looking at the starting lineups. Let me just verify I got everything correct here. We got the scores right. Status report for Indiana. They just reported no injuries. Perfect. I got all of that right. Yep, everything seems to be good. Victoria Vivians. Yep, we are all set. Alrighty, everyone, thanks for joining. Thank you for joining. If you're just joining, this game is on League Pass. The free trial is over. The test the trial for the free, well, whatever the CarMax promotion was, free test drive CarMax. That trial is over now. If you would like to watch games on League Pass, you do have to pay for League Pass. I think it's around $35 to $39 for the whole season. I always advise that you do check what games you want to watch and see if League Pass is worth it to you. If you're trying to watch your local team on League Pass, that's not going to work due to media rights and blackouts that are in sports. So just keep that in mind. C-Man says haters talking, a lot of CC, a lot of CC here. Liz, what's going on? Salute. What's going on, Liz? Yeah, I mean, at this point, Caitlin Clark is a hot topic, as she should be. She had a stellar career at Iowa, and she's brought a lot of eyes to the WNBA, or new eyes, I should say. So I wish her all the best. Teams are just trying to win. They know she's dangerous. If she wasn't a threat on the court, people wouldn't be defending her the way they defend her. So I have no issues, no qualms about it. When you have a threat on the court, you have to neutralize the threat, and that's what teams have been trying to do. And she'll adjust, as she has been. She's improved every game. She's getting more comfortable. Hopefully that ankle injury doesn't hinder her too much. But she'll be fine. She will be fine. Liz says the Fever are due a win. I think that's what the masses believe as well. This Costa says CC22 the Golden Goose. Caitlin. She's gonna be fine. How much y'all think Caitlin gonna have tonight? I think the way that people are portraying it is that Nika Mule is gonna be on her from jump. Nika Mule has not played a game in the league yet. She didn't even play in preseason. So this is gonna be her first W action today after Caitlin's had I think four official games and 2 preseason games. So this is gonna be Nika Mule's first action. So I would say give her some grace as well. So don't expect her to come out and just like start acting like she was in the Final Four a month or 2 ago. Because the game is going to be a lot quicker than that. All right, they're turning into the broadcast. It's funny. Nika Mule had her visa on her T-shirt, and it says approved across it, signifying that her visa finally got approved to play. So that was a nice touch there. Nice touch there. This says 20. So Caitlin for 20 today. We shall see. All right. All righty then. Sellout crowd in Seattle. Sellout crowd for this game versus the Indiana Fever. That's been the recurring theme lately. When Caitlin comes to town, that has been the recurring theme. All right, this season so far, Caitlin Clark's averaging 17 points on 41% shooting, 34% from 3, 5.5 assists a game. So those are good numbers. Those are good numbers. There's a lot of players in the league who don't even average 12, 10, much less 17. They're repeating what I said before with NECA and Nika being both available. So we're in for a good game. In for a good one. Looking at the poll, the Fever are still in the lead here. 84% say Fever win. They're right. They're showing the starting lineups now. I'm ready. I believe. I will say, man, who do I think? I got a couple seconds here. I'm gonna go with the Fever. I think the Fever get their first win tonight. James, salute my guy. What's going on? They says, thank you for doing Fever Seattle game. Of course, bro. Of course. I think the Fever get their first win tonight. It'll be a tough game, a close game, but I think the Fever pull it out in the end. Nah, don't put that in the atmosphere. Imagine they lose. Listen, losing is always possibility. Nothing is guaranteed. So losing is definitely a possibility. But I think tonight is the night. Sky gonna have to guard she probably will guard Kelsey, I think. And they'll put, I don't think Jewel's a plus, like a super good defender, but she might have to guard Caitlin. James says Fever by 7. All right, we'll see what the matchups are when this game starts. Let me stop this poll. They're about to... where's my mouse? They're about to tip off here, so let me stop the poll before people start changing their mind. Kurt says Boston is due to kick butt. Ending the poll now. So we got... come on, show me the results. You got 84% for the Fever, 15% for the Storm. So the Storm are the underdogs here in the poll. We shall see how it all plays out here. Let me get right. Teams are all hugging, kissing, and all that good stuff they do before the game. All right, people. Fever versus Storm, and we're off. Tip off between Boston and Ezzy, and the Seattle Storm have it. We have Victoria Vivians with the ball over to Jewel Loyd. Jewel Loyd comes off the the Fever got the steal. Steal by Kelsey Mitchell. Christy Wallace pushing the ball. Christy Wallace into the paint. Drives. Misses. Tips Magbogor saves it to Jewel Loyd. Jewel Loyd right side of the floor. Bringing the ball up court. Jewel Loyd step back on Christy Wallace off the front rim, gets her own rebound. Christy Wallace was not paying attention. Good cut by Sky, corner to Nneka. Nneka for three. Oh, Nneka's back in the building. Hits it. Oh, it's a long two, they say. Long two. And Seattle is on the board. Christy Wallace over to Caitlin. Skylar Diggins is guarding Caitlin. Kelsey Mitchell foul line jumper is good. It's tied up already. That was a good action there. Kelsey came off a curl right at the foul line and hits the jumper. Sky Diggins, right corner, drives, penetrates, ball gets tipped out of bounds by Kelsey Mitchell. It stays Seattle ball. Albert says Clark is averaging 7 turnovers a game. She has set team high, league high, and number 1 in league. Yeah, it's been a rough start for her adjusting. Those same passes aren't getting through as easily, and sometimes her teammates will fumble. So she has to keep that in mind. Seattle with the ball. Nneka over to Skylar Diggins. Guarded by Caitlin. Sky pump fakes. Over to Victoria Vivians for 3. Cash. Vivians hits a 3. Assists Skylar Diggins. And it's 5-2. Seattle. Christy Wallace brings the ball up the court. Over to Caitlin. Caitlin guarded by Sky. As I mentioned, Jewel is guarding Kelsey. Caitlin, 3. And off the front rim. Rebound Alyssa Smith. And putback is good. So it's 5-4 Seattle. Let's get this up. Nneka drives into the paint and scores. So Nneka's on the board with 4 early points for Nneka Ogwumike. Kaylin into Aaliyah Boston. Back to Nalissa. Nalissa right under the basket and scores. Offense is flowing early. James, he stated a fact. Stating facts isn't hating, my friend. She does lead. She's averaging 7 turnovers. It's just a fact. That's not a hate. And Ezzy Magbagor scores. Oh, I think I added the wrong team. So it's 9-6 Seattle. 9-6. Kelsey Mitchell drives, misses. Ball tipped out to Nalissa Smith at the 3-point line. Nalissa Smith over to Christy Wallace at half court. Christy Wallace goes left, gets the screen from Aaliyah Boston. She's guarded by Nneka. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Kelsey floater. Oh, and it drops in. Kelsey Mitchell. And it's 9-8 Seattle. Nneka Ogwumike with the ball. Nneka Ogwumike guarded by Aaliyah Boston. Oh, Aaliyah Boston with the block. Christy Wallace with the rebound. They get it to Caitlin, guarded tightly. Caitlin comes off the screen. She gets into the paint and dribbles out. I thought she had a lane there to take the layup or the floater, but she dribbles back out to the 3-point line, hands it off to Kelsey Mitchell, hands it off to Nalissa Smith, though. Good pass. Nalissa misses the wide open jumper. Aaliyah Boston fumbles the rebound, and it goes to Seattle. Skylar Diggins driving into the paint, goes up, misses off the front rim, gets her own rebound, and Caitlin secures it, though. To Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston down the paint and scores. She hits the layup. And Indiana takes their first lead of the game. 10-9 Indiana. Jewel Loyd, left side of the floor. Gets the screen. She picks up a dribble over to Nneka. Nneka at the 3-point line. Drives inside. Hands off to Skylar at the 3-point line. Now Skylar drives inside. She switches hands midair, misses. Ezzy Magbagor with the rebound and gets fouled. So Ezzy Magbagor secures the rebound, goes back for the putback, and is fouled. She'll go to the line for free throws. I think these are the first 2 free throws of the game here. Why is this game bug not showing? Oh, there we go. Turn that off. There we go. James says, your thoughts on LeBron supporting Caitlin? I'm not totally surprised. I didn't really hear what he had to say, but I could see why a person in his position, with the same amount of scrutiny and hype and everything, that was on his head back then, would relate to someone in Caitlin's position. So I can see that. Ezzy Magbagor hits both free throws, and Seattle has retaken the lead 11-10. Christy Wallace over to Caitlin Clark. Over to Kelsey Mitchell. Temifak Benley is in the game for Oh, and Kelsey. Oh, Christy Wallace saved the errant pass from Kelsey. I wonder if they count that as an assist. And Christy Wallace scores the floater in the paint. 12-11 Indiana. Jordan Horston is in the game for Victoria Vivians. Jewel Loyd gets into the paint and scores off the glass. 13-12. It's going back and forth early here. Wallace over to Boston at the three-point line. Looking for Caitlin. Caitlin wide open. Dead center three off the back rim. Rebound, Jewel Loyd. Jewel Loyd over to Jordan Horston. Right side of the floor. She pulls up mid-range jumper. Rattles around. And Temi Fagbenle with the rebound. Over to Christy Wallace. Christy Wallace looks like she's the primary ball handler in this game. Aaliyah Boston in the paint against Nneka. And she gets foul. Oh, they call a foul on the floor on Nneka Ogwumike on Boston. And it looks like timeout has been called. Timeout on the floor. So the offense is flowing really well for both teams. Offense is flowing. So we have our first timeout of the game. I like what I'm seeing so far. Are the refs allowing holding and bumping on Caitlin? She's playing off the ball, so I haven't seen too much of that. I mean, bumps are gonna be there. They're not gonna, anytime she gets touched, they're not gonna call it, whether it's her or another player. So I haven't seen any blatant grabs or anything like that. It's typical W defense here. And she's being guarded by Skylar Diggins-Smith. Skylar Diggins isn't really a big physical presence like a Benija or Dejanay from the Connecticut Sun. So that was a media timeout, people. That was a media timeout. So we will wait until we get back. Let me get our game leaders score bug working. Let's see what the issue is here. Oh, there we go. Just have to wait a little bit for it to start processing all the stats here. All right, salute to everybody here. I see there's, let me see how many people. 156 of y'all between YouTube and Twitch. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel. We doing watch-alongs all season long. The next watch-along we'll probably do is Saturday. I'm gonna put a poll up on the YouTube community post on the channel between a number of games to see which one you guys want to see. I think that's the best way to gauge the community's interest. So if you want your voice to be heard, I should put the poll out tomorrow. So just keep an eye on the community post on YouTube to vote for your game on Saturday evening. James says, why is CC22 not playing point guard? Because they prefer her to be off the ball. They want her coming off screens, and then creating from there. They don't want her having to exert a lot of energy, bringing the ball up and down the court, especially how other teams are guarding her full court. It exerts a lot of energy. So they leverage her coming off of screens to wide open threes. And then if they overplay on the three, she'll be able to drive and pick out passes that way. So to start, they had Christy Wallace playing the point, bringing the ball up the court to initiate the offense. Then Caitlin would get it and run the offense from there. They came back to broadcast and somebody missed a shot. I don't know what happened there. So we're back in play here with the Seattle Storm. Over to Jewel Loyd, mid-range jumper, off back rim, misses. Temi with the rebound. Temi over to Christy Wallace. Erica Wheeler is in the game. Caitlin Clark is out. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball, left side of the floor. Kelsey Mitchell, crossover. She gets into the paint, tries to dive through. That was a forced shot. Ezzy with the rebound for the Seattle. Ezzy falls on the floor. They called a foul. A tripping foul on Indiana. Am I doing Fever and Sparks Friday? Probably not. I haven't decided yet. I don't think I will be though. But I will if I definitely am, I will make a post, make a broadcast for it. So it's Seattle ball to inbound over to Skylar Diggins-Smith. She goes baseline, finds Ezzy. Ezzy gets blocked by Temi, gets her own rebound and scores. Ezzy Magbagor gets blocked by Temi, gets her rebound, puts it back. It's 15-12 Seattle. Ball inbounded to Indiana. We're under 4 minutes to go here, people. Seattle up by 3. We have Christy Wallace on the right side of the floor. Finds Erica Wheeler curling to the basket at the foul line. Over to Kelsey Mitchell. She drives from the left side, gets into the paint, dribbles it back out, though, passes it to Erica Wheeler, three-point line. 5 on the shot clock. Over to Kelsey. Kelsey, left wing 3, misses, and long rebound goes to Christy Wallace. Back to Kelsey Mitchell at the top of the key. She drives right by Jordan Horston. Goes with the left, blocked by Ezzy Magbagor, and Jewel Loyd with the rebound. Jewel Loyd up the court, left side of the floor. She goes back, Christy Wallace throws it off the glass and scores. 17-12 Seattle. So it's a 5-point game. Offense hard to come by. Kelsey Mitchell getting locked up. Kelsey over to Temi. Temi drives on Ezzy Magbagor, and they call a foul on Magbagor. That's her first foul of the game. Caitlin Clark being checked back into the game. Caitlin Clark checking back in. So Caitlin Clark to inbound, inbounds to Aaliyah Boston. So Katie Lou Samuelson is in the game as well for Christy Wallace. Caitlin gets into the paint, throws up the floater, misses, and rebound Seattle. They're going to call a clear path here or a take foul. Yeah, that might be a transition take foul or a clear path foul on Indiana for stopping the transition opportunity by Seattle. So Jewel Loyd is at the line to shoot those free throws. Jewel Loyd has scored 40 double figures in 45 straight games as she hits the transition free throw. Yeah, Erica Wheeler, that was a dumb foul there by Erica. So, ball back in play with Seattle after that transition take foul shot. Sammy Whitcomb in the game for Seattle. She passes out to Horston. Horston crossover at the foul line, hands it off to Jewel. Jewel floating. Wow, tough bank shot by Jewel Loyd. And it's 20-12 Seattle. They quickly throw the ball up court, and the ball goes out of bounds. It gets deflected by Seattle, but it stays Indiana ball. Substitutions being made here. Ezzy Magbagor goes out. Nneka Ogwumike back in. That was a tough shot by Jewel Loyd. So Katie Lou to inbound. Katie Lou inbounds to Aaliyah Boston, guarded by Mercedes Russell. She drives left right into the paint. She spin move, up, under, throws it up, and scores. Aaliyah Boston scores. It's 20-14. Under 3 minutes to go here. And Sammy Whitcomb with the ball, guarded by Caitlin tightly. Over to Mercedes Russell at the three-point line. Mercedes dribbles right side of the floor. They don't know what they're doing. They find Jewel Loyd in the mid-post. She goes reverse spin on Erica Wheeler. Ooh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. Jewel Loyd cooking early. 22-14 Seattle. Temi over to Katie Lou, over to Caitlin. Caitlin guarded by Whitcomb. Caitlin with the ball, left side of the floor. She finds Katie Lou wide open. Katie Lou for 3 off the back rim. And it's, I don't know. Both Temi and Jewel had the ball. They call a jump ball there on the rebound. That was Katie Lou got to hit that open 3 though. Jewel Loyd, pump fake, reverse pivot, and scores. That's just tough. So it's a jump ball between Jewel Loyd and Temi Fagbenle on the Indiana side of the court. Jewel Loyd already up to 9 points and 4 rebounds. Jump ball, and Indiana secures it. Caitlin pump fake. She passes it down to Aaliyah Boston, who secures. Oh, she gets blocked by Jordan Horston. And Seattle has the ball. Over to Sammy Whitcomb. Sammy drives, and the ball gets deflected out of bounds by Indiana. Remains Seattle ball. So Seattle to inbound. Aaliyah Boston caught the pump fake, and Jordan Horston blocks it on the way down. That's crazy. So Seattle to inbound. Sammy Whitcomb inbounds. Oh, she turns it over and steal Nalissa Smith. Nalissa tries to feed it in there. Terrible idea. And she turns it over. Had a 2-on-1 and turns it over. Sammy over to Mercedes. Jewel, left wing three in front of her bench. And oh, I just hit my mic thing off as she scores. My mic. That's funny. My bad. It's 25-14, 11-point game. Foul called on Seattle by Jordan Horston. I believe that was. No, Jordan Horston kickball violation, excuse me. So Caitlin Clark with the ball. Caitlin Clark at the three-point line. She drives. Step back. Caitlin off the rim. Rebound. Temi Fagbenle. Tammy with the rebound. Reverse layup and scores. Temi doing what she does. Hustling on the glass. It's 25-16. Under a minute to go in the first quarter here. Jewel Loyd with the ball. Right side of the floor. Gets the screen from NECA. She gets into the paint. Tries to just throw it up. Tries to sell a foul. Doesn't get it. Over to Caitlin Clark from Nalissa. Caitlin goes behind the back on Sammy, gets into the paint, throws the corner to Katie Lou. Back to Caitlin at the three-point line. Caitlin between the legs, guarded tightly by Sammy Whitcomb. Over to Temi. Temi drives. 1-2, goes with the left, gets blocked by Jordan Horston. That's her second block. Nneka Ogwumike drives the ball up the court. Finds Jewel Loyd. Shot clock, game clock identical. About a second off here. We're at 14 seconds here. Jewel Loyd by the half-court line. Dribbling. Gets the screen from NECA. Gets back into it. Gets into the paint. Pass to Mercedes Russell on the left wing. Misses. Rebound. Katie Lou. Caitlin tries to pass it. Oh, and that's the shot clock ends. Unfortunately, I thought Caitlin was going to shoot the half-court shot. She tries to find the pass, and that's how the first quarter ends. So at the end of the first quarter, the score is Seattle 25, Indiana 16. Stephen LaGrega, good job calling the game. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. That's the end of the first quarter, people. It started off, offense was flowing. Seattle kept going. The Fever slowed down a bit, but a 9-point game is manageable. Caitlin is scoreless. Caitlin is scoreless. She's had a couple opportunities from three that she's missed. And a couple times she's gotten to the paint. She's looked to pass rather than shoot the floater. All right, so we got our stuff ready for the second quarter. I'm going to give you a quick run of the box score. So for Seattle, you have Vivians with 3, NECA with 4, Ezzy with 6, Jewel Loyd with 12, Skylar with no points but 2 assists. Horston has 2 block shots. Mercedes Russell, no points. Nobody else has scored off the bench for Seattle. For the Fever, you have Christy Wallace with 2, Nalissa Smith with 4, Boston with 4, Kelsey Mitchell with 4, Caitlin with 0. She has 2 assists and a rebound. Temi Fagbenle off the bench with 2. And that's the extent of the offense. That is the extent of the offense. Albert Bowen, I hate to predict, but Seattle +5. You might be right, my friend. You might be right. But it's still early. It's still early. Yakini, salute. What's good? Hope all is well. All right, we're still in commercial. If you're just joining, we are still in commercial. It was the end of the first quarter. End of the first quarter. Seattle is on top. RC, my guy, what's good? Yo, Jay, the world's biggest hoops comedic. This guy's. Yes. Welcome, my boy. Good to see you as always. Kurt asks, Fever, where is any offense? It's been It's been hard to come by, my friend. It has been hard to come by. They're getting some good looks. Just either just missing them or is getting blocked. That's all I can really say about that. Agent Smith, salute to you for following, bro. Appreciate you. All right, second quarter about to start. Second quarter about to start, and we're inbounds with the Indiana Fevers. Caitlin, Katie Lou, Lexi Hull, Nalissa, and Kelsey Mitchell. I've seen a lot of people asking for Lexi Hull. Let's see if your clamoring works out. Nalissa Smith, crossover, jump shot, misses, and Horston with the rebound. Over to Diggins-Smith. Skylar over to Mercedes. Over to Jordan. Jordan Horston at the three-point line. Finds Nneka at foul line. Over to Skylar a little past the foul line. Bounces around and misses. Rebound Nalissa Smith. Over to Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell quickly up the floor. At the three-point line. Over to Caitlin Clark. Right side of the floor. Finds Nalissa in the mid-post. Nalissa spins up, under, throws it up, and scores. Nalissa Smith. That's good offense right there. 25-18. Storm for the win. Fever. Oh, Lexi Hull. She might prove me wrong. She gets the steal. Lexi Hull into the paint, and she looks like she's never dribbled before. Passes it to Caitlin. Caitlin at the three-point line. Rejects the screen, and they call a foul on Sammy Whitcomb. RC says, I declared the Fever will win 77-72 early today. Listen, man, it's still early. I tell people it's still early. Search Fox 13 Seattle, and you can see it online. That's for, if I guess you're in the Seattle area or whatnot. Oh, Caitlin, see, they went back when the replay came back, and Caitlin scores her first bucket. It's 25-20. Smith and Loyd, CC has no chance. She just scored her first points. But Loyd is cooking early. Nalissa Smith taps it out back to Seattle. Horston drives. Nalissa Smith punches that to the first row. Good block by Nalissa Smith. If you do want to watch it live, I believe they said they're streaming it on Twitter and it's on League Pass. But League Pass is no longer free. If you want to watch it, it's on Twitter and WNBA League Pass. If you're in the Seattle area, I guess you have to watch it wherever you watch it in Seattle. And same goes for Indiana on their local channels. But I don't think Twitter has like location blocking. Nneka, jump shot, good. Nneka Agumake, the veteran, scores. It's 27-20. Caitlin looking to inbound. And she gets it in. That was close to a 5-second. Caitlin brings the ball up the court. Almost gets it stolen, but it gets deflected. She tries the same pass, and they call a foul on. That's Ezi Magbegor. That's her second. Oh, it's on Twitch too? Man, all I saw was Twitter and League Pass. It could be on Twitch as well. They're trying to get this eyes on this game as much as possible. Victoria Vivian's into the game. Ezi Magbegor with 2 fouls goes to the bench. It's 27-20. Ball in play with Caitlin Clark. Finds Kelsey Mitchell at the three-point line. Rejects the screen. Gets into the paint. Goes up. Misses. Gets her own rebound. Throws it out to Katie Lou. Out to Caitlin. Caitlin pump fake. Hesitation dribble. Floater. Too long. Gets her own rebound. Pump fake. Up and under. Gets fouled. So Caitlin Clark, she has to work on that little mid-range game. She had it. She missed the floater. Gets her own rebound and gets fouled on the putback. Sigmund, salute. What's going on? That looked like a foul on Skylar Diggins-Smith on the reach in there. RC says, I'm watching my Wolves game until it's over. I'm keeping my eye. Yeah, of course. I was watching that a little before I turned this on. Caitlin misses. Oh, Caitlin made the first free throw. And she misses the second. Rebound Vivian's over to Jewel Loyd. It's 27-21. Under 8 minutes to go here. Nneka Agumake, handoff to Jewel Loyd. She's cooking early and they call a foul. Is that on Lexi? That might be on Lexi Hull. Yeah, I'm just looking on my Discord. Yeah, I see that WNBA posting it's on Twitter. Can Fever get a win sometime? It's still early. It's a 6-point game. They still have room for improvement here, but It's not over till it's over. Skylar Diggins with the ball. Finds Jewel Loyd. Guarded by Lexi Hull. She gets around the screen. Jewel Loyd for three. Oh, and she hits. Jewel Loyd for three. Knocked down. And it's 30-21. Katie Lou over to Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell looking. Kelsey Mitchell in and out dribble. Over to Nalissa Smith. Nalissa Smith fakes the hands off. Drives into the paint. Corner to Lexi Hull. Lexi Hull for three. Oh, Lexi. I think Lexi Hull heard me talk a smack about her the other day, saying she came to play. She's getting her minutes and making the most of it. 30-24. Jewel Loyd, corner to Skylar Diggins. Victoria Vivians for three. Air ball. Jewel Loyd, uncontested under the basket, catches the air ball, and it goes in. Jewel Loyd with the putback. 32-24 Seattle. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball. Over to Lexi Hull. Looks like Aaliyah Boston's about to check in. Lexi Hull. Right in front of the Indiana bench. They find Katie Lou. Now, listen, you got to cut on that. But she doesn't. Kelsey Mitchell dribbling. Spin move on Jewel. Reverse pivot. Throws it up with the left. And it's an air ball. Kelsey Mitchell really forcing it there. I didn't really like that possession. Jewel Loyd over to Skylar Diggins-Smith. She drives on Caitlin. Goes up. Misses. Rebound. Nalissa Smith. Handoff to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin crosses half court. Gets the screen from Nalissa. Hesitation dribble. She's looking behind the back pass to Nalissa Smith. Nalissa on the drive. Spin move on NECA. Throws it up. And it rolls around and in. 26-32. Seattle up by 6. Agent Smith, salute to you on the Twitch. Has Nika Mule been on the floor yet? That's your future ex-wife. Nah, I gotta put you on blast here. Look what this man said. Has Nika Mule been on the floor yet? That's my future ex-wife. Nika Mule has not seen a minute yet. Nika Mule has not seen a minute. There's a timeout on the floor. Timeout on the floor. So we go to commercial. Seattle calls the timeout. All right, guys, we're at a timeout now. We're at a timeout. Score is 32-26. Seattle hanging around. Seattle is hanging around. Salute to everybody who's watching on the Twitch, on the YouTube. Salute to all of you. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe. I do watch-alongs all WNBA season long. Primarily, my team is the New York Liberty, as you can see by all the Liberty paraphernalia all over. What side is that? But I do support all teams in the W, except when they play my team. Alrighty. Looking at a score, a stat check. Jewel Loyd up to 17 points already. Jewel Loyd with 17 to lead Seattle. And we have Nalissa Smith with 8 to lead the Fever. Caitlin Clark is up to 3 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. She is 0 for 3 from 3-point range. Still in commercial here. Still in commercial. All right, let's see. You're saying Jewel for 40, Yakini? Yakini saying Jewel for 40 tonight. I mean, she's on pace. I guess she's due for one. She hasn't had a really outlandish scoring game so far this season. She struggled against the Liberty. I think she was in the 20s against the Mystics, but she hasn't had one of those Jewel Loyd type of games so far. Yeah, she had 10 the first game, 20 the second game, 24 the third game, 13 against the Liberty, and she's already over 13 so far. Oh, Detlef Schrempf, former Seattle Supersonic, is in the building. That's nice. I haven't seen that man in a minute. And the game is coming back on now. Game is coming back on. It's Seattle ball to inbound. Seattle ball to inbound. Liberty ain't even fair with 2 of the top 10 players to ever play the game on the same team. I mean, you still saw last year we got beaten, so I don't put too much stock in that. Ball inbounded with Seattle. Skylar over to Jewel. Jewel, jab step 3, and they call a foul. A foul on Aaliyah Boston. I don't know what happened there. Let me look at the play-by-play. I'm gonna have to keep this up. They just call a personal foul on Aaliyah Boston. She's in for Nalissa Smith. Oh, okay, I did see that. A little grabbing by Aaliyah Boston there on Nneka Ogwumike. So Seattle to re-inbound. Kurt asks, can you say the Fever are competitive? Just seems like no one is playing well. Ball inbounded with Seattle. They're being competitive. It's a 6-point game. And they call another foul on Boston. It looks like Nneka's selling the contact on Boston. So that's 2 fouls in about 5 seconds for Aaliyah Boston. She's gonna have to come sit out. And they bring Nalissa Smith right back in. Yeah, Leah Boston, that's tough. Ball inbounded with Seattle again for the 3rd time. Now Temmie's in the game for Nneka. She drives right by her, does a reverse layup. Jordan Horston grabs their offensive rebound. It doesn't hit the rim. It's only 2 seconds. Jewel throws it up. If this goes in, oh, I was about to say. And she misses the desperation 3 turnover. So good defense by the Indiana Fever there. Ball in play with the Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark brings it across half court. Drives by Skylar, goes between the legs, brings it back out. Oh, she tries to go behind the back, and it luckily hits off a Storm player and goes out of bounds. It's those passes by Caitlin that cause some of those turnovers. They brought a little double team towards her. She tries to go behind the back and almost turns it over. Ball inbounds with the Fever, and they turn it over. Temmie Fagbenle throws it right out of bounds. There's no link, Stables. Just go on Twitter and watch it there. There's no need to illegally watch it, my friend. It's on the WNBA account on Twitter. Ball back inbound. Seattle Storm with the ball. Seattle Storm. Jewel Loyd into the paint, throws up the floater, banks it in. Jewel Loyd. See, this is around the time Indiana needs to score when they were struggling to score there. Katie Lou gets into the paint, tries to draw a foul. She does draw the foul, and one Katie Lou Samuelson. So they're showing the replay. Jewel Loyd gets into the paint. She's been hitting a lot of shots off the glass in this game so far from all different angles. This one was straight on, but Katie Lou gets the foul and completes the 3-point play. So it's 34-29. So Indiana's hanging around. They just have to turn some of these defensive stops into points on the other end. Skylar Diggins-Smith tries to drive on Caitlin. She gets to the paint, throws it up, misses, but gets her own rebound. They find Nneka in the paint. Nneka steps through and scores. It's offensive rebounds they just gave up and gives up another 2. 36-29. Under 5 minutes to go here. Temmie Fagbenle foul line jumper. It bounces, hits off the top of the backboard, and Jewel Loyd with the rebound. I think she's up to 7 rebounds so far. Left side of the floor, Jewel Loyd, step back, 3, air ball, rebound, Kelsey Mitchell. Now the Fever have to capitalize here. Kelsey Mitchell dribbles up, good crossover. Let's see what she can do. Kelsey Mitchell to the paint. Oh, she smokes the layup, and Jewel Loyd another rebound. Jewel Loyd over to Skylar Diggins, right side of the floor, finds Victoria Vivian, then she bounces the ball off of her legs. Tough pass from Sky. Skylar Diggins saying to stay out for the 3-point shot. She would have had it wide open. Victoria Vivian tries to cut, and ball, is that a timeout? Indiana calls a timeout with 3 minutes, 51 seconds to go in the first half. Score is 36-29, Seattle over the Indiana Fever. All right. So what I've seen so far, Seattle, it's Jewel Loyd. Jewel Loyd's doing her thing. She's up to about 19 points so far. She was due for one of these games, 19 in the first half. But the Fever, they're getting good looks. They're getting good looks. They just have to capitalize. And when they stop the Fever's offense, they have to capitalize on their offensive end, because they force a shot clock violation, then they turn the ball over. They're not securing their defensive rebounds, leading to Seattle just getting putbacks right at the rim. So if they could clean that up, they could potentially have a chance at winning this game. But 36-29 is not bad for the first half. You want to keep it in this single-digit range as long as possible. You don't want it to get out of control. And I believe they can keep it around single digits. They haven't played particularly well. Kelsey Mitchell's forced a lot of shots. If I'm looking at her stats here, Kelsey Mitchell, she's 2 for 10. So she's been forcing a lot. She's been getting to the basket and just leaving it short. So if she can improve that and Caitlin can get cooking from 3, she's missed some wide open ones, then they should be valid. Alrighty. King Shavy says the Fever ain't good. Yeah, at the moment they're not a cohesive basketball team. They have they have some ways to go to get where Christy Sides, the coach, potentially believes they can get to. It's a process. I've been saying that over and over. It's a process, and people have to remember that. Freddie on the Twitch, salute to you. I admire your dedication. Let me put this up so I can. Put this comment up. But hey there, I admire your dedication to streaming. I want to reach out. I've noticed you're trying to use a boost of views and follows and trailers, Discord. I'll see, Freddie. I'll see what I could do there. Ball back in play. Erica Wheeler with the ball. Erica Wheeler, Christy Wallace, Nalissa Smith, Temi, and Kelsey Mitchell. Nalissa Smith gets to the basket and scores. Let's get them likes up, people. Let's get them likes. Ball in play with Seattle. It's a 5-point game here. 5-point game. Jewel Loyd with the ball. Finds Victoria Saxton. I said Saxton. Victoria Vivian. I'm tripping. Victoria Vivian. And the ball goes out of bounds. Good force of defense by the Indiana Fever there. Ball back in play. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball. Kelsey Mitchell, wide open 3. Oh, rolls in and out. Jewel Loyd with another rebound here. My clock is a little behind, guys. It's actually 2 minutes 55 to go. I'll reset it at the next break. Jewel Loyd into the paint, tries to throw it up. Out of bounds on Jewel Loyd. She tries to sell the foul, and it doesn't work. So we have 2 minutes 51 seconds left in this first half. Yeah, Temi went straight up. Jewel goes right into her and drops the ball. Ball back in play. Erica Wheeler to the paint. Corner to Christy Wallace. Ball gets deflected. Ball gets deflected. Indiana to inbound over to Kelsey Mitchell. Over to Christy Wallace. Christy Wallace. Oh, and she turns it over. And Nneka almost turns it over, goes coast to coast and scores. See, that's what I mean. You guys are hovering around 5, turn the ball over. Their center goes coast to coast and scores. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball, left side of the floor. Finds Erica Wheeler coming off the screen. Erica Wheeler back to Kelsey. Kelsey with the pump fake. She gets into the paint, throws it up, fouled, and doesn't complete the layup. But Kelsey Mitchell will go to the line. Demon Slayer says, if the Fever is still the worst in the WNBA this year, do they still get another first pick this year? Not quite. The way it works is they combine the records from the last 2 years, and once they do that, the lower your record, the higher odds you have. So it's not a guarantee like the NFL. If you're the worst team, you get the first pick. They still do the lottery like the NBA. She hits the first. Kelsey Mitchell hits the first free throw. Kelsey Mitchell for the second, and she hits the second. So it's 38-33, back to a 5-point game. Let's see if the Fever can tie this up before halftime. But they're in a good position here. Jewel Loyd with the ball guarded by Christy Wallace. ISO'd on the right wing by the 3-point line. Nneka gets the post on Diggins-Smith. Fall away jumper. Oh, that's beautiful. Nneka Ogwumike fall away jump shot. Hits it. 40-33. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball quickly up the court. Over to Erica Wheeler, pump fake. They get it down to Diggins-Smith. Diggins-Smith trying to get her get back. She gets into the paint, throws it up with the right, and ball goes out of bounds off of the Storm. Skylar Diggins-Smith checking into the game. It looks like Jordan Horston might be going out. John asks, where is Clark? Clark, she's been playing. She's just on the bench at the moment. Ball inbounded with Indiana. Erica Wheeler into the paint. Christy Wallace, 3, good. Christy Wallace hits a 3. That was a big shot for them. It's 40-36, 4-point game. 1:30 to go here. Skylar Diggins over to Sammy Whitcomb. Back to Skylar. Skylar Diggins-Smith comes off the screen. She's looking. Ezzy Magbagor pump fakes in the corner. She gets into the paint on Temi. Up, under, one leg fall away. Temi with the block. Nneka saves it. 5 seconds on the shot clock. 4. Sammy, 3. Air ball. And goes out of bounds. Fever have a chance to cut it to 2 or even 1 here. 1 minute, 8 seconds to go. Caitlin Clark just checks back into the game for the final minute and 8 seconds. So let's see if they can make something happen here. Ball inbounded. Erica Wheeler with the ball. Over to Christy Wallace. Caitlin comes off the screen. Pulls up for 3. She's short. Rebound, Nneka. She's short. She's been short on these 3s here. Skylar Diggins-Smith brings the ball up the court. Gets the screen from Nneka. At the foul line. Drop pass to Nneka. She scoops through and scores. Nneka is cooking in her first game back after 2 games out with an ankle injury. Caitlin pushing the ball up the court. Goes for the floater. Banks it in. Caitlin Clark gets into the paint and banks it in here. Jewel Loyd with the ball. Left side of the floor. They could play for a 2-for-1 if they want. Jewel Loyd tries to drive. Good defense. Oh, good strip. She goes up, throws it up, and banks it in. She's been hitting this bank shot all game. Jewel with 21 in the first half. Fever with the ball. Shot clock is off. 44-38. Caitlin by half court. 10 seconds to go. 9, 8, 7. She pump fakes. Caitlin gets to the paint. Gets her shot blocked. Diggins-Smith with the rebound. Fall away. Jump shot is good. And they quickly throw the ball up the court. Christy Wallace with the steal. And that's how the quarter ends. So at the end of the first half, the Fever are down 4 to the Seattle Storm. Oh, that was a block by... Oh, she got hit in the head there after the block. Dang, that was a tough hit on Caitlin Clark. But I think Ezzy got the block first. The follow-through catches Caitlin, but Diggins-Smith gets the rebound and scores. So that is the first half, people. That is the first half. 44-40 at the end of the first. I just noticed I had the starting lineup wrong on my screen. I'm tripping. Let me fix this. Victoria Vivian. Give me a second, guys. Let me just fix something really quickly, and then we can get to the box scores. Boom. And let's fix it here. Oh, what am I doing something here? This. Jordan Horston. There we go. All right, cool. Fix this here, and we back in business. All right. Agent said, is hitting in the head allowed? Shouldn't matter to block. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That they should have called that. I guess they felt it was incidental. That should have been a foul call there. King says Fever decent. Yeah, they're playing well. They're hanging around. They just can't get over the hump. It helps because Caitlin and both Caitlin and Kelsey Mitchell aren't doing well on offense. So if they can just pick it up a little bit, even with Jewel having this 21-point first half, they could have a shot at this game here. Demon Slayer says, I think in the first and second quarter, they need to put Clark on the bench so she has legs in the third and fourth. I mean, they've been resting her periodically. We're gonna look at the minutes periodically, but they've been resting her off and on to try and preserve her. They're not trying to wear her out so early. But let's take a look at the box score. Let me get this up, make sure everything is right. All right, people. Hope you guys can see that. So at the end of the first half, Seattle 44, Indiana 40. We got Seattle outscoring Indiana 25-16 in the first quarter, with Indiana coming back and outscoring them 24-19 in the second quarter. For the Indiana Fever, we have Nalissa Smith. She played 15 minutes. She's leading them in scoring, 6 of 9 shooting, 12 points and 6 rebounds, an assist, a steal, a block for her. Aaliyah Boston, 9 minutes. She got into foul trouble. She's up to 3 fouls. So she had to sit the rest of the second quarter. She's 2 for 3, has 4 points and an assist with a block to go with it. Kelsey Mitchell, she's taking the most shots on the team. She's 2 for 11 in 16 minutes, 0 for 3 from 3, 2 free throws, 2 rebounds, 6 points. Christy Wallace got the start today. Has 5 points, 2 rebounds. She's 2 or 3 shooting in her 11 minutes. And we have Caitlin Clark. She's played 16 minutes, has 5 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. She is 2 of 9 from the field, 0 for 4 from 3. Their bench contributed with 8 points. You have 3 from Katie Lou, 2 from Temi, and 3 from Lexi Hull. Temi Fagbenley has 3 rebounds and 3 blocks in her 12 minutes off the bench. As a team, they're shooting 41% from the field. That's not bad. The 20% from 3 is bad, and 80% from the line is solid. They have 16 rebounds as a team, 10 assists, 4 steals, 6 blocks, only 3 turnovers, which is good. And that totals up to all their points, up to 40 points there. The Seattle Storm, Nneka Ogwumike, first game back after sitting 2 games out with an ankle, 17 minutes, has 14 points and 5 rebounds. She looks like she hasn't missed a step. Ezzy Magbagor in her 12 minutes has 6 points and 4 rebounds. You have Skylar Diggins-Smith, 15 minutes, no points, but has 5 assists. Jewel Loyd carrying them, 18 minutes, 21 points in the first half. I think that's the most in the first half for her this year, with 8 rebounds to go with it. You have Victoria Vivians, who got the start. I had Horston up the whole time. She has 3 points on 1 of 2 shooting. Their bench has not scored. Russell, Whitcomb, and Horston all got minutes. They haven't scored. Jordan Horston does have 2 blocks and 4 rebounds. Dulcie, Kiana Williams, and Nika Mule have not played yet. You have 47% from the field as a team. That's good. 37.5% from 3. That's about average, a little less than average. And they've hit all 3 of their free throws. Let's see who's winning the battles here. Seattle has 24 rebounds as a team to Indiana's 16. That's a big discrepancy there. A lot of offensive rebounds they gave up. You have 10 assists to 10, so that's equal. The turnover battle, Seattle does have 6 to the 3 for Indiana, so that's positive. And the fouls are about equal. So it's only a 4-point game. It could be much worse for the Indiana Fever, given their 2 main guns haven't been producing as good, but Nalissa Smith is carrying them, and that's a positive for them. All right, people. So that was the box score for the teams. Hoping to see more fluid offense from the Indiana Fever in the second half, and let's see if Jewel goes for a 40 piece. Hey mom, what's going on? Agent says this is Nika's first game. She can't play. She can play after her visa issue. Yeah. I was talking about that pregame. She's cleared to play. But we'll see if she actually gets any minutes. She hasn't played any games in the W. She didn't play in preseason either. So I don't know if the coach will throw her in here so soon. Maybe if the game turns into a blowout, she'll probably get some minutes, but I don't foresee her playing too much unless somebody gets injured or whatnot in this game. Phobos, salute to you, says no more Wheeler. They're gonna play her. They're gonna play her. She's not starting, but they're definitely gonna play her. Yakini says goal mama for 40. I wouldn't be surprised. 21 in the first half. I don't know who on the Fever can really stop her like that. Maggie Beth says put Grace in. Yeah, I know a lot of people have been asking for Grace Berger. She's fallen out of the rotation there. I mean, because they have the guards that they're playing right now are Caitlin. They have Kelsey. You have Christy. You have, I guess if you want to count Lexi as a guard, you have Lexi. So you have 4 guards there. It's gonna be tough for her and Celeste. I know people were asking for Celeste Taylor as well. For those two, it's gonna be tough unless there's any injuries for them to get consistent play time. So we're still at halftime, people. We're still at halftime. Thank you all for tuning in. Jeff W. It's not on national TV. It's on League Pass if you have a subscription, or it's on Twitter/X, whatever you want to call it. I call it Twitter still. They're showing it on the WNBA Twitter account. Zio says this game sucks. Both teams are playing bad, missing shots. I mean, that's basketball, my friend. Teams do miss shots. They are shooting pretty well. It could be much worse. It could be much worse. They're shooting in the 40 percentile from the field, which is about average. So it could be worse. I've seen worse. They're missing a lot of threes, though. I will give you that. The threes have been few and far between here. As always, people, watch alongs all season long. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe. Next time will probably be on Saturday evening. We'll be doing another watch along. While we're here, let me look at Saturday slate. I won't be doing any tomorrow. I will be at the Liberty game. So no watch along tomorrow. So the evening slate is a good. Oh yeah, I'm definitely doing Indiana versus Vegas. I'm not even putting a poll up. I said I was gonna put a poll up. I lied. Indiana versus Las Vegas on Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Tune in for the watch along of that game. That is going to be interesting. Unfortunately, the Fever will be playing a back-to-back, so they'll be playing that Friday, playing this Friday against the Sparks, and then have to make the trip to Vegas for a 9 p.m. game against the Aces. So Indiana needs to put their best foot forward, get that win against the Sparks on Friday, because playing a back-to-back against the Aces after the Aces just lost to the Mercury yesterday is tough. Double OT tonight? That game went into overtime? That's what y'all telling me? Hold on. That Wolves game went to overtime? Oh, the Mavericks are up 2 with 7 seconds to go. This is interesting. This is interesting. Wolfie, salute to you for joining. Salute to you, Wolfie. All right, we're still at halftime, people. We're still at halftime. For those who watch the WNBA tomorrow, there are a number of games. There's 3 games tomorrow. The first game they have on League Pass. Oh, Wolfie talk about Fever versus Storm. Got you, bro. So for tomorrow's slate, you have the Minnesota Lynx versus the Connecticut Sun. That game is on League Pass. So if you want to watch that, it's on League Pass. Then you have the Chicago Sky versus the New York Liberty. That game is on Amazon Prime Video. If you're local to New York, you can watch it on My9 or the Fox Local app. If you're in Chicago, you can watch it on Marquee Sports Network. At 10 o'clock, the Mystics play the Mercury in Phoenix. That game is also on Prime Video. It's a doubleheader on Prime. On Thursdays, Prime owns Thursdays, so majority of the games are on Prime on Thursdays. So you can watch those games tomorrow. That's where to find them. Friday, there's only one game, the Fever versus the Sparks. That game is on Ion or League Pass. Either one. You can watch the Indiana Fever versus the Sparks. And then Saturday is a big slate. You have Liberty versus Minnesota on CBS. You have at 1 o'clock Eastern. You have 8 p.m. Eastern. You have Connecticut versus Chicago on CBS Sports Network. And then the rest of the evening, you have Fever Aces on NBA TV and League Pass. You have Washington Mystics, Seattle Storm on League Pass at 9. And you have the Wings and the Mercury at 10 on League Pass. So Saturday, 5-game slate. Best believe I will be tuned in for those games. Alrighty, so we're still in timeout, people. We are still in timeout. You are not missing a thing. As soon as we get back to the game, I will let you know. Looking at the chat, you and me says they should trade Clark. Never in a trillion years. They will never. I think the state of Indiana would revolt. Caitlin Clark is not getting traded. At least not in the next few years. Man, halftime, I always mention this on the watch. Like, halftimes feel so much longer for some reason. I don't know why they feel so long. Oh, so it looks like Minnesota is going to lose this game here. The Minnesota Lynx. Oh, wow. I said the Lynx. The Minnesota Timberwolves are going to lose this game. 1.8 seconds left, and they're down by 4 points. That is tough. Kyrie goes for 30. Doncic goes for 33. Let's see. Ant goes for 19. Okay. Yeah. It's over. All right. We're still in timeout, people. Thank you all for hanging around on a late, well, on the East Coast, it's late, on a late WNBA game. Game was 10 p.m. Eastern. This game should be ending around midnight, a little after midnight, if it goes according to plan. So we're still in commercial here. Excuse me. All right. Looks like they're finally coming back. Excuse me. They're finally coming back to the broadcast. James said, what's the score? I'm watching the finale of Chicago PD. I salute to you. It's still 44-40, James. 44-40 for the Indiana-Seattle game. For the NBA fans out there, the Mavericks win game 1 on the road, 108-105 over the Minnesota Timberwolves. All right, so now that NBA is over, I can look away from that. All right, people. It's a 4-point game. We're about to start the second half here. We're about to start the second half. They're showing the first half stats on the screen. As I mentioned, Fever need to clean up the rebounds. They've given up too many offensive rebounds, which have led to immediate buckets for the Seattle Storm. And ball is in play for the start of the... Oh, I thought I reset this. I guess I didn't. Look at me over here chatting this whole time, and I didn't even reset the score here. I mean, the time here. In the third quarter, Ezzy Magbogor gets the block here. So Skylar Diggins-Smith drives into the paint, throws it up, and scores. Skylar Diggins-Smith scores. We're going to get this time right as soon as I get this situated here. All right, boom. We're back. So it's 40-46. Skylar Diggins-Smith scores the first point of the second half. Aaliyah Boston with the ball. Aaliyah Boston drives. She has 3 fouls, remember. Aaliyah Boston gets around Nneka and gets blocked by Jordan Horston. Jordan Horston with another block. She's up to 3 blocks. Fever needs this win. They're pathetic. Yeah, they're not playing well right now. They're having some tough competition. Kelsey Mitchell to inbound. Finds Alyssa Smith, who's been their shining light on offense. They send a double at her, and it's a shot clock violation. Nobody has awareness of the clock, and they turn it over. This is not the start Indiana wanted. James asks how CC doing. CC, she's up to 5 points, I believe. Yeah, Caitlin up to 5 points. Ball and bounce with the Seattle Storm. 6-point game. Fever cannot let go of the rope here. Skylar Diggins-Smith with the pump fake. Good cutoff by Caitlin on the defensive end. Skylar over to Nneka. Nneka goes corner to Ezi Magbagor for the corner three. Rattles in and out. And Alyssa Smith with the rebound. Over to Caitlin. Caitlin up the court. Caitlin step back three. Top of the key. Oh, front rims it. And rebound Nneka. Nneka Gulmake with the ball. Brings it across half court. Looking for Skylar. Sky Dig with the ball. Sky Dig over to Ezi Magbagor, the three-point line. She tries to drive on Kelsey Mitchell, puts her in the post, spin move. Kelsey Mitchell, good strip, and Indiana get the steal. They got to score here. Caitlin drives, goes behind the back. Kelsey Mitchell, wing three, rattles in and out. And, Leah Boston with the rebound and gets fouled. They just cannot buy a three if you gave them the money for it. Jeez. They can't throw a rock in the ocean from three. So it stays Fever ball after the foul on Aaliyah Boston under the basket. An inbound. Aaliyah Boston with the ball. Aaliyah Boston at the three-point line, handoff to Kelsey Mitchell. Between the legs, crossover. She's dancing. She gets by Jordan Horston, throws it up with the left, and gets fouled by Jordan Horston. So Kelsey Mitchell, though she's not scoring the field goal, she's getting to the line and getting her points that way. Yes, James, I did say 5 points. The number after 4. That's what she has, my friend. She's 2 for 10 from the field, 0 for 5 from 3. Kurt said, anyone close to the Fever, they seem helpless. What's going on? They're just struggling to score, consistently score. Kelsey Mitchell hits the first free throw. And Kelsey Mitchell misses the second, but the Fever get the offensive rebound out to Kelsey. They give it back to Nalissa. Nalissa tries to act quick, finds Christy Wallace pump fake. Aaliyah Boston corner three off the front rim. That's not a good shot. Jewel Loyd with the rebound. She might have a double-double with rebounds by the time this is all over. Jewel Loyd, does a crossover. That was a beautiful move. She gets into paint, throws it up, foul, and 1 Jewel Loyd. That was a beautiful move by Jewel. She did a half spin, then splits the double team there with the front crossover, goes Euro step. I think they called a foul on Caitlin, and she scores. So Jewel up to 20. Yes, she has the double-double. 23 points and 10 rebounds for Jewel Loyd. And she shoots and completes the three-point play. Ball in play with Indiana. It's an 8-point game. They can't let go of the rope here. This gets to 15 and it could be over. Caitlin over to Kelsey Mitchell, left side of the floor. Kelsey dribbling. Kelsey still dribbling. Finds Nalissa. Nalissa over to Christy Wallace. Christy Wallace drives into the paint, throws it out to Nalissa. Corner to Kelsey. Kelsey for 3, and she shoots an air ball. My goodness, she didn't even hit the rim. And it's Seattle ball. Kelsey Mitchell cannot buy a 3 tonight. 49-41. Aaliyah Boston going to the bench here, I believe. Subs were made. (49-41). There's some confusion here. Ball in play. So it looks like Temmie's into the game for Aaliyah Boston. Good deflection, good help by Temmie, and Indiana gets the steal. Christy Wallace throws it ahead to Alyssa Smith. She goes up, goes reverse, and scores. Defense to offense. That's how it works. 49-43. Nneka with the ball. Nneka drives right side of the floor. She pulls up for the jumper. Beautiful. Cashes it in. 51-43. Nneka Agumake cooking. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball, guarded by Ezzy. Over to Nalissa. Nalissa pump fakes at the 3-point line, goes behind the back, over to Christy Wallace. Christy Wallace drives into the middle of the floor and gets fouled by Jordan Horston. Jordan Horston with the foul on Christy Wallace. Nneka Ogwumike is up to 16 points. They cannot stop her, but beautiful move by Nalissa. She goes up on the right-hand side of the basket, switches hands, goes left on the reverse. But then Nneka comes off the screen, stops on the dime, and hits the mid-range jumper. Fever to inbound. They find Temi. And Temi gets the ball to Caitlin. Caitlin drive. They send a double. She passes it to Temi. Temi with 7 seconds. She falls down, tries to keep her dribble. She tries to bounce past it and turns it over. Jewel Loyd up the court quickly. Jewel Loyd right in front of the Indiana bench, backing down Kelsey Mitchell. She tries to split, and they get this. Oh, they call a foul on Indiana on the reach-in. Tell us she did a 540 and scored. How do we know? Nah, I'm not going to spread no false info. Y'all go to look up the highlights, and it's just a basic spin move layup, and you're like, man, this guy's lying to us. James said she needs to demand a trade. She can't demand a trade, bro. She a rookie. Rookies can't demand trades. Skylar with the ball. Skylar left side of the floor, throws it cross court to Victoria. That's Nneka for 3 in front of Indiana bench. Bounces around. Caitlin with the rebound, though. Caitlin pushing the ball quickly, guarded by Skylar. She gets right into the paint. Corner to Christy Wallace. Can they hit a 3? Nope. But Nalissa Smith gets the rebound. Tied up by Nneka, and it's a jump ball. Jump ball between Nneka and Nalissa. The Fever cannot buy a 3-pointer right now. Lexi Hull has hit one. Christy Wallace has hit one. And that's it. Kelsey has taken 5. Caitlin has taken 5. And they haven't made one. So between their starting backcourt, 0 for 10 from 3. And they've been some good looks. They've just been missing them. So it's Nalissa versus Nneka for the jump ball, and the Storm win it. Vivians brings the ball up the left side of the court. Vivians was on the Fever last year. Vivians drives, passes it to Nneka. Nneka reverse layup. Oh, smokes it. But it gets tipped out to Nneka. Skylar Diggins pump fake. She gets it to Ezzy in the mid post. Ezzy drives. Corner to Nneka. Nneka pulls up for 3. Oh, Nneka is feeling it today, people. Nneka Ogwumike, corner 3, right in front of the Indiana bench. And it's a double-digit lead. 54-43. Oh, Caitlin, step back. Can she get this one? Oh, Caitlin, finally. Caitlin hits her first triple of the game. 54-46. She goes behind the back and gets it. Oh, Jewel Loyd escapes the double team with fancy dribble moves. Nalissa Smith with the tip. But it goes out of bounds off of Indiana. You got Nneka Ogwumike, knocked down 3 right in front of the Indiana bench. Timeout. Timeout has been called. Timeout has been called. It's a media timeout. 4 minutes, 56 seconds to go in the third quarter. Fever hanging on for dear life here. It just went up to 11. Luckily, Caitlin hits a step back to bring it back down to an 8-point game. Barnaby, salute to you. It says, Sides will ruin this team. She should have been fired last month. They had to. They were gonna fire her. Like who's out there last month? They couldn't have predicted this how it was gonna go. They know it's a young team. The team they had the first overall pick for a reason. It wasn't like it was a great team and she wasn't there and she comes now and now it's bad. They were a below average team last year. They have 2 number 1 picks in a row. So now it's time to build up. It's been a rough start. They've played some tough teams. I thought going in, this would be the game they could potentially steal. But at the moment, they can't buy a 3. They've had some good looks from 3, wide open looks, and just haven't hit. If they even hit half of those threes, this is a different ball game, but that's basketball for you. Oh damn, I missed who just subscribed. Salute to you who just subscribed. I just missed it. We're still in timeout right now. Salute to everybody. Salute to everybody who's on the stream, on the Twitch, on the YouTube. Thanks for hanging out on this WNBA single game slate tonight. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, watch alongs all season long. Franklin Hurley says Side should request a trade to a team who can hit open shots. Seriously, like, coaching is half the battle, but the players actually have to hit their shots. I've counted a bunch of wide open shots that have just been missed and short. There's only so much that the coach can do at that point. But the thing is, they're still within striking distance. It's still an 8-point game. It could have been much worse. If you told me the team was going to be 2 for like 20 from 3 and still have a chance to win this game, I would have said you're lying. Pac-Man, salute to you. No problem, no problem. Sexy Scorpio, what's going on? Word, do what she said. Hit the likes, people. Ball back in play. NECA misses. Rebound, Erica Wheeler. So the lineup is Erica Wheeler, Caitlin Clark, Katie Lou, Lexi Hull, and Temi Fagbenle. Temi with the ball. Temi, handoff to Caitlin. Caitlin, they bring the double towards her. She finds Temi. That means somebody should open. Oh, she went reverse. Oh, good move by Temi. She goes fake under the basket, comes back the other way, lays it up, have people jumping up and down. 54-48. Defense to offense. They got to secure rebounds and get out in transition. Skylar Diggins with the ball. Over to Jewel Loyd. Jewel Loyd is already up to like 25 points. Skylar Diggins, corner to Sammy Whitcomb. She hits those. She misses though. And Katie Lou with the rebound. Let's see what the Fever can do here. Erica Wheeler quickly up the court. Over to Lexi in the corner on the right-hand side. She dribbles and passes it back out. Erica Wheeler over to Katie Lou at the top of the key. Hands it back to Erica. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Erica goes behind the back on Skylar. She gets to the paint. Floater is good. Erica Wheeler attacks, and Seattle calls an immediate timeout. It's a 4-point game. 4-point game. I told y'all. Defense to offense, secure rebounds, get out in transition, and they've cut the lead, which was once 11, down to 4. Timeout, Seattle. Right, I'm hoping for another good game. The watch-alongs haven't done me wrong yet. The other team watch-alongs, the Liberty, when we played the Fever, that Thursday, it was a blowout. But the watch-alongs have not, for other teams, have not let me down. We've done some great close game watch-alongs. The Sparks game yesterday against the Mystics came down to the final possession. That was a good one. The beginning of the season, we had a couple more that have been close. The preseason, we had some close ones. So I'm liking what the W season has provided so far. All right, 54-50. We had some quick baskets that just happened after that media timeout. We had Fagbenle with a layup, Erica Wheeler with a bank shot, Caitlin Clark with a 3 before that timeout. So right now they're on a nice 7-2 run right now for the Indiana Fever. Liz Lavery says Seattle double. Yeah, they did have that double overtime game with the Minnesota Lynx. I do remember that. Wolfie says 40 games will go quick. Yeah, exactly. And since it's the Olympic break, games are coming, as the English people say, thick and fast. The games are coming really quickly. So before the Olympic break, which is in July, you're going to probably have 20 games there. Ball back in play with Seattle. And after the Olympic break, you got to be on point. You lose a couple games in a row, that could take you out of playoff contention. Seattle with the ball. Skylar Diggins drives into the paint. She stops with the floater, misses, and they secure the rebound. Fever have a chance to cut this to a 1-possession game. Caitlin picks up her dribble early, but gives it to Erica. She's calling back for it. Erica throws it deep to Temmie. Temmie corner to Lexi. Top of the key to Katie Lou. Back to Caitlin. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Caitlin, double crossover, hezzy dribble. Finds, oh, she tries to fit it into Katie Lou. Almost turns it over. It's 4 seconds on the shot clock. It's still Fever ball. They got to score here. She tries to fit that in. Nneka tips it right out of bounds. That was a dangerous pass there. So Erica Wheeler inbounding from the right corner. And we'll see what happens here. Erica Wheeler finds Lexi Hall. Oh, Lexi Hall smokes it. It should be... Oh, and it goes off Indiana ball. I mean, it goes off the Indiana leg. It's Seattle ball. Lexi Hall had the lane to the basket off the catch, and they smoked the layup, and it goes back to the Storm. This is the chance here. They had 3 turnovers at halftime. They're up to 7 now. Oh, no. I'm looking at the wrong team. They only have 1 turnover so far, the Fever is. Jewel Loyd step back, misses. They're giving them chances here. Erica Wheeler pushing quickly in transition. Corner to Lexi Hall, wide open 3. And she shoots an air ball. You got to be kidding me. Caitlin Clark gets the ball, though. They get the offensive rebound. Caitlin Clark drives and gets fouled. So Caitlin Clark going to the line to make this a 2-point game here. Sports says Coach Sai's not a coach. Oh, I can't say that. She's doing her best here. It's gonna take some time though with a young group. It's a young group, so you got to give her a shot here. Caitlin Clark hits the first free throw. Oh, so Nika Mule. All right, Nika. Nika getting checked into the game for her first minutes of her WNBA career. The crowd is clapping for her. She already knows her assignment. She pointed right at Caitlin, and Caitlin misses another free throw. And she already comes in and saves a ball. Okay, Nika came in with energy, saves the ball from going out of bounds, and she dribbles up the court. Nika Mule trying to get involved here. Pass down to Ezzy Magbagor. She dribbles out to the 3-point line over to Nneka. Handoff to Jewel. Jewel, they trap Jewel. They find Nneka. They find Nika. Nika for her first basket. Oh, hits off the front rim. And Indiana ball. Indiana gets the rebound. Caitlin looking to go right at her. Step back on Nika. Oh, she sees Nika and says, man, what you doing in this game? It's a tie game, Indiana. 54-54. 2 minutes to go. Caitlin's eyes lit up. She saw Nika. She was like, oh, Jewel with a split of the cross. Oh, she smokes the layup. Caitlin with the rebound. Caitlin, good pass to Katie Lou, and the Fever take the lead. I told y'all. Defense to offense, I told y'all. 56-54 Indiana. Sammy Whitcomb over to Nneka. Nneka on the drive. Goes into Temmie and scores. The veteran says, calma. 56-56. Caitlin with the ball. Caitlin gets to the basket and scores again. Yo, they calling her Secretary of Defense, and Caitlin comes alive as soon as Nika comes into the game. 58-56. Oh, Nika to the basket. Corner to Sammy Whitcomb for the lead. Misses. Nika with the offensive rebound. Passes it back out to Jewel. Oh, we have a good one here, folks. Under a minute to go in the third. Jewel Loyd goes left, goes behind the back. Guarded by Lexi Hall. They call a foul on Lexi. Foul on Lexi Hall. Wow. Just like that. Momentum change. Hi, hello there. That's funny. Hello there. Hello. Hi. I don't even know what to call you. Hi. Hello. As I mentioned, guys, they just need to secure these rebounds, get out in transition, and things will work for them. Ball and play, though. I didn't expect Nika Mule to get minutes. But as soon as Nika came in, Caitlin's eyes lit up, and she scored the last, 5 points on her. Oh, good defense by Caitlin as he gets the rebound and misses. Caitlin with the ball. 58-56, 34 seconds to go. Caitlin tries to fire a pass. It gets through. Lexi Hall drives floater off the backboard and scores. Holy smokes. Yeah, Nika was stuck in customs. They were reading her rights and all that, checking her suitcase. She was running late. Jewel Loyd with the ball left side of the floor. 4-second difference between shot clock and game clock. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. As he drives with the left, misses again. As he gets the rebound, fouled, and she'll go to the line with 5 seconds to go. Wow, I'm surprised they didn't call a jump ball on Caitlin tying up Sammy Whitcomb. They could have called a foul on her. She had her hand all over her back and whatnot. But I guess that was okay from when she got hit in the head earlier. But yeah, that was a lot of contact there. But Ezzy Madbagor at the line for free throws with 5 seconds to go. The Indiana Fever have come back and taken the lead here. Ezzy hits the first free throw. I told y'all we have a good one on our hands here. If the Fever could at least hit some threes, things would open up. As he hits both free throws, 5 seconds to go. Caitlin with the ball, 4 seconds. She passes it out quickly. Temi cannot catch the ball. And Temi Fagbenle, it was a little higher than she would have liked. It's 1 second on the shot clock. They inbound the ball, and that's the end of the third quarter. So at the end of the third, we have a great one here, people. Indiana 60, Seattle 58. Wow. I'm going to tell y'all right now, the Fever outscored them 20-14 in that quarter to take the lead. 20-14. Jim says Fever don't catch balls. Well, yeah, they need to get on the football jugs machine and just practice having the ball come at them and catch. Because from the few games I've seen, the hands need some work. Man, I need to go to ESPN to look at the WNBA website with the stats is not super good. But we have a good one, people. I prayed for a good one, and we got a good one here. WNBA, where is my... Oh, there it is. How many points has Caitlin made? I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going right to the box score. I wanted to see it better. Caitlin is up to 14 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. She had about 5 points at halftime. And Nika Mule came into the game. Her eyes lit up, and she rattled off like 7 points. I'm not even being funny. She saw a familiar face, and she went to work. Yeah, Caitlin, she hit 2 threes in that quarter. Hits a layup. And then I think she made a free throw and missed a free throw as well. That's all it took. That's all it took. All it took, people. So now the question is, can the Fever hang on? They had the lead against the Sun as well. Can they hang on for the win? I will say they did a good job on Jewel Loyd. I don't think she really scored that quarter. She probably had 2 points that quarter. She only has 24 after having 21 in there. Keep Nika in the game. Her account, I don't know. Her account, I do not know about keeping Nika in the game. They went on that run when Nika came in the game, so I'm not too sure about that. I expect the coach to bench Clark. She'll probably give her some minutes here to give her a rest to keep her for the last moments of the fourth. But if the game starts getting out of hand again, then they'll bring her back in sooner. I got you, Kurt. Aaliyah Boston, 4 points. She has 4 fouls. She's been in foul trouble, so she hasn't played. 4 points, a rebound, and an assist. Kelsey Mitchell, 7 points, 2 of 13, 0 for 5 from 3. She hasn't had a good one either. Let me get the fourth quarter ready. I'm over here chatting away. The largest crowd in Seattle Storm history. Largest crowd. Oh, ball is in play with the Seattle Storm to start this fourth quarter, people. We have a good one on our hands. Jewel Loyd to Sammy Whitcomb. Wide open 3. She hits one. Sammy Whitcomb takes the lead for Seattle, 61-60. Wolfie, you're absolutely right. Caitlin Clark is in the game. Oh, double crossover. Caitlin into the paint. Pounds to Nalissa Smith, and she gets fouled. Zeal says, why would you bench someone who's on fire? So they because there was a break. So just because you're on fire in the third doesn't mean you're gonna be on fire in the fourth. But she's in the game, so our points are moot there. Oh, they may review this one. Nalissa Smith gets stripped. They're actually for a review, and they do call for the review. The attendance tonight, they didn't put it on the broadcast, but if they're playing that Climate Pledge, I'm assuming it's what the max is for Climate Pledge. Seattle Storm sold. They don't even have it. They just say the game is sold out. They don't even tonight's attendance 18,343 for this game. Thank you, Twitter. I had to go look at the Seattle Storm PR. So that to answer your question, Richard, 18,343. Right now there's a challenge on the play. The Storm are challenging that it was not a foul on them. They said they got a clean strip on Nalissa Smith. There we go. So they're at the table right now. They are at the table as we speak. 61-60. Fever looking for their first win of the season. They fought all the way back. They were down by as many as 11 in this game, and they clawed all the way back to take the lead for a moment, but now they are down by 1. Kurt says 18,000. Why? People want to see Caitlin. People do want to see Caitlin. As much as people, she brings eyes, whether the team is going to be bad or not. At this moment, the chance to see Caitlin is not one you want to pass up. And plus, Nika Mule has a big fan club as well, so people want to see Nika as well. Jim says, you're good at this, Jay. I appreciate that. Salute, bro. I really appreciate that. A lot of these people didn't get to see Caitlin play in person. She played in the Big Ten. Who they played? Nebraska and Ohio State and all these. She never played at these other places. So people having a chance to see her, you got to take it. You gotta take the opportunity. When she comes back to New York, I'll see her. I couldn't make that game, the home opener for the Liberty on last Saturday. So I sold my tickets. People really wanted to go. I got a nice payout from those tickets. But when she comes back to New York, I'll see her for the first time in person. It'll be good. What happened to the feed? The feed, they're still reviewing this call. They're still reviewing this call here. Still reviewing this call. Oh, it got overturned, people. They said it got overturned. It's Seattle ball, unfortunately. Fever has a tendency to choke at the last minute, so I don't think they will win, but it'll be a close call. I did say it was going to be a close game at the beginning. And hopefully they hold me to it. Seattle with the ball. They find Ezzy at the foul line. Ezzy guarded by Nalissa Smith. She's spin move. Jump shot is off. Victoria Vivians with the putback misses. Ezzy with the rebound and scores. The same thing I mentioned, people. I did mention they need to secure rebounds if they want to win this game. Caitlin Clark drives into the paint, throws up the layup, misses. Nalissa Smith tip, misses. Ezzy with the rebound. They can't come all the way back to full now. Jewel Loyd with the ball, comes off the screen. Jewel Loyd. Oh, good pass to Ezzy. Ezzy scores. Timeout, Christy. You got to call a timeout here. And I should be a coach because she called a timeout. Indiana Fever, timeout. Video Whitehawk, salute on the subscription, bro. Appreciate you. Fever has a tendency to choke at the last minute, so I don't think I'm really close. So CC put 40 in the same building 2 years ago. Oh, that's 2 years ago. That was before the Caitlin Clark phenomenon that we know it today. Was born. Demon says I bought a ticket to see her play with my Mercury next month. Oh, that should be a good one. I know they were before they were throwing the rookie versus the vet, and everybody was like, "Oh, Diana hates Caitlyn," all the foolishness they were talking about. But that should be good. Jim, you are absolutely right. I'm gonna put this comment up. This is what I've been preaching all game. One of my team, one of my favorite coaches / GMs, Pat Riley, always said, "No rebounds, no rings." Right there, they gave up 2 to 3 offensive rebounds. The Fever did, and the Storm scored. No rebounds, no rings. How many people, Maria? I think I still have it up. 18,343. Thank you, Ayazi, for that. Yeah, NCAA tournament game. Yep, that was before Caitlin Clark's prominent rise to popularity. So we're at a timeout now. Christy Sides had to call that timeout. Fever were letting go of the rope there. Fever were letting go of the rope. Jim Harris says, "Go there, Jared. Show them how to box." I need to. I need to get out there, man. Got to get a little stretch in, though. A little stretch. I might have to take a flight to Indiana and show, like, hey, listen. The ball's up in the air. You find your nearest body and you box it out. Albert says Seattle's about to go on a run. The Fever contained them in the third. Yeah, they really did. And they made it all the way back, but it would suck for you to climb all the way back, take the lead, and then blow it just like they are right now. Still in timeout, people. Still in timeout. I'm guessing there was a full timeout by the coach. They're outscoring them 7-0 in the quarter so far. The Seattle Storm are 7-0 run by Seattle to start the fourth. They have to get a stop here, and they have to score here out of this timeout. All right, let's see, people. Let's see. Let's see if the Fever can respond accordingly. Let's see what the lineups are. Ball in play. We have Caitlin, Nalissa, Kelsey back in the game, Temi, and Lexi Hull. Kelsey to the basket, misses, but she gets her own rebound, luckily. She's been trying to go to that scoop layup, and it hasn't worked. Christy Wallace directing the offense. Over to Temi Fagbenle. Temi in the post against Nneka. She goes up, pump fakes, and fouled by Nneka Ogwumike. So Temi Fagbenle to the line for free throws. Stables 0-4. Oh, you're telling me? Oh, their record, yeah. Jim says Fever plays like they're in a pickup game. Oh man, Temi at the line for her first one, and she hits it. Thankfully, they needed that bad. Yeah, sexy. They needed a Scorpio. They needed that. They need a win. 0-5 is tough, and then going to play the Aces. Oh well, they played the Sparks Friday, Aces Saturday. Temi hits both. Back to a 3-point game. Back to a 3-point lane. They're doing the wave over there in Climate Pledge Arena. The wave. What an old thing. Skylar over to Jewel Loyd. Jewel Loyd over to Skylar. Skylar wide open 3. Caitlin closes out and they get a rebound. Let's see if they can. Oh, Caitlin, good outlet to Temi. Let's see if she can. They call an offensive foul on Temi. I thought she stepped around it, but she charges into Jewel Loyd. Caitlin led her. She caught it. But by the time she turned around, Jewel Loyd was standing there right in front of her. Yeah, took it right in the middle of the chest. That's an offensive foul every day of the week. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you could say that. She needed to Euro that. Euro step. She's from Britain. She should know about the Euro. Jewel Loyd with the ball. 24 points, 11 rebounds. They quieted her in that third quarter. She scored 21 in the first half, so they've done well. Skylar Diggins, pump fake. She shoots a mid-range jump shot and misses. Skylar has not looked good offensively. She does have 6 assists, though. Caitlin Clark comes off the screen, guarded by Nneka. Oh, good pass to Temi. Temi to the basket, left hand, and scores. It's a 1-point game, people. 65-64. My clock is a little behind, about 8 seconds or so. But we're right here. Skylar over to Nneka. No, Temmie playing tight defense. Back to Skylar. Skylar handoff to Sammy Whitcomb. Sammy Whitcomb comes off the curl. She pulls up foul line. Jumper is good. 67-64. Back to a 3-point game. Caitlin Clark up the court. Caitlin Clark. Crossover. Over to Melissa Smith at the 3-point line. They pass it back to Caitlin. Caitlin gets to the paint. Caitlin lob over to Christy. Top of the key. Kelsey. Can Kelsey hit one? Oh, Kelsey Mitchell ties the game. 67-all. She finally hits a three. Kelsey Mitchell. Finally. 1 for 6 from 3. Jewel Loyd to the paint. Just throws it up and somehow scores with the left hand. That is tough. That is tough. 2-point game here. 69-67. 6.5 to go. Jewel Loyd up to 26 points, 11 rebounds here. Christy Wallace calling for the screen. She's going left. Christy Wallace goes left. Throws it up with the left. Misses. Nalissa Smith fighting on the boards. Goes up and scores. Nalissa Smith has really kept them in this game here. It's a tie game. 69-all. 69-all. We have a good one. Jewel Loyd over to Nneka. Over to Skylar Diggins. Back to Nneka by the foul line. Nneka goes in the post. Sammy Whitcomb goes back door. Ooh, that could have been a travel. 7 seconds on the shot clock. 6, 5, 4. Guarded tightly by Caitlin. She throws it to the corner. Mercedes. Skylar Diggins for 3. They got to get the rebound, and they don't. Mercedes Russell, handoff to Nneka. They call a foul on the floor. Rebounds. No rebounds, no rings. Remember I said that. I'm not taking credit for it, but no rebounds, no rings. 69-all. RC, yeah, bro. This is a wild one, my boy. This is a wild one. Nneka looks like she got popped in the nose. She's holding her nose there. Let me look at the rebounding disadvantage. I'm not even going to say rebounding advantage. 34 for the Fever. Oh, they've closed the gap here. Before it was like double digits. Now it's 34 for the Fever, 37 for the Storm. This is 15 offensive rebounds for the Fever that have killed the for the Storm that have killed the Fever here. So 69-69 people. Let me run my clock down a little bit. It's 5 minutes, 54 seconds, 49 seconds to go here. Yeah, Fever playing with your emotions, bro. I know. Remember, people, leave a like, subscribe. We have a good one here on WNBA League Pass. Indiana searching for their first win of the season against the Seattle Storm. Nika Mule's first game. Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell struggled in the first half. Fever looked down and out, down by 11. They have come all the way back, even took the lead at one point. We have a tie game here, 69-69. Seattle to inbound. Jordan Horston to inbound. She's looking, and she finds Ezzy Magbegor. So it's Whitcomb, Magbegor, Jewel, Nneka, and Horston for the Storm. 6 seconds on the shot clock. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Jewel throws it up, and it rolls off, and they get... Oh, it goes... It should... Oh, and it goes off of Indiana. They give up another offensive rebound. Maria says CC has to get used to playing so many games back-to-back. Yeah, this year is especially tough due to the Olympics. Seattle inbounds to Nneka. Nneka, handoff to Jewel Loyd. Jewel Loyd, long 2, and scores. This is going to be their demise here. These offensive rebounds. This is going to be their demise here. Erica Wheeler with the ball is 71-69. Erica Wheeler, Aaliyah Boston, Temmie Fagbenle, Kelsey Mitchell, and Christy Wallace. Kelsey Mitchell, step back 3. Oh, Kelsey! Come on! Kelsey hits a 3. She finally come alive, and they retake the lead. 72-71. 5 minutes to go here. Jewel Loyd over to Sammy Whitcomb. Sammy Whitcomb penetrates. Oh, she might have traveled. They don't call it, and she hits the 8-footer in the paint. Seattle retakes the lead. 73-72. Erica Wheeler stumbling and bumbling. Secures the ball, though. Aaliyah Boston, handoff to Christy Wallace. Christy Wallace, they call a foul on, who's this? Ezzy Magbegor. Ooh, this is a good one, people. Man, my glass is falling off. I'm starting to sweat. This is a good one. Lexi Hull inbounded into the game. Erica Wheeler with the ball. Erica Wheeler tries to drive, picks up her dribble over to Temmie. They go high-low to Aaliyah Boston. That was a bad pass. It goes off of Aaliyah Boston's hands and turnover. Jim, appreciate you, bro. You can't. This is not the time to start turning the ball over here. This is not the time. Oh, it looked like NECA. It might have been NECA that tipped that out. But something happened while I wasn't looking. I wasn't looking. They went away from it. And it looks like it was a turnover either way. Let me see what happened here. I'm going to go to the play-by-play. Kelsey Mitchell, offensive foul. It goes back to the Fever. Gotta think. Ball in play, people. NECA up to 21-7. Sammy Whitcomb with the ball. Over to NECA at the three-point line. She drives on Temmie. Oh, she almost gets stripped. She's at the mid-range, just pivoting. Finds Sammy. Sammy just throws it up. Oh, Sammy Whitcomb. Sammy Whitcomb hits a three. It's up to a 4-point game. Yeah, Caitlin's walking right to the scorer's table. Aaliyah Boston drives, tries to hand it off, turnover. Seattle with the steal. Whitcomb up the court, over to Jewel, back to Whitcomb. Whitcomb feeling it. Oh, she pump fakes and gives it to Jewel. Jewel guarded by Erica Wheeler. She tries to drive, 1-2. She throws it up, misses, and Erica Wheeler with the rebound. Seattle Fever have to hold on. They go up quickly to Lexi. Lexi goes. Oh, Lexi smokes a layup. Lexi Hull smokes the layup. Oh, my days. And it's Seattle's ball. They slow it down here. Lexi Hull smokes the layup. That's a tough one. If they lose by 2, that'll be tough. Sammy Whitcomb over to Jewel Loyd. 7 on the shot clock. 6, 5, 4. Oh, they might call a foul on the three-pointer, and Lexi Hull compounds it with fouling a three-point shooter. Wow. That might be it. They had the game there. Lexi Hull with the foul on a three-point shooter after she smokes a layup on the other end. Wide open layup at that. Wow. Dang. Well, are they challenging? Or are they calling a timeout? Let me see. I'm looking at the play-by-play. It doesn't say. TR Soccer, salute, bro. Thanks for following. Appreciate you. That was the swing right there. Lexi Hull with her hand in the cookie jar. Jewel Loyd, too good of a scorer for you to do that. Damn. This could have been a 2-point game, and now it could be potentially, if she hits all 3 free throws, a 7-point game. Dang. That's frustrating. The refs were reviewing to see if it was a 3 or a 2, and it looks like it was a 3. That's tough. That is tough, people. Well, Jewel Loyd at the line to shoot free throws. 3 free throws here. Caitlin is on. Caitlin was waiting to check in during this whole time. She hits the first. As soon as excuse me, the previous couple possessions when they scored, she hits the second. They were trying to get Caitlin in, but there was no stoppage of play. And unfortunately, Lexi smokes the layup and then fouls a 3-point shooter here. And Jewel Loyd hits all 3 free throws. So it's 79-72 here. 3 minutes, 13 to go. Jewel up to 29. There's Christy Wallace, Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell. Oh, great play. Kelsey gets the ball. Kelsey dribbles it back out. If she was a righty, that would have worked better. Kelsey Mitchell drives. She's probing on the baseline. Oh, she steps out of bounds. The Fever too much dribbling. Kelsey Mitchell steps out of bounds on the baseline here. Yep. She's telling Temmie to be in the corner. She had the wide open shot if she was in the corner. They've absolutely capitulated here. The Fever have. They had the game in the palm of their hands. They had 3 turnovers at halftime. They're up to 9 now. Nneka with the ball. Hand off to Jewel Loyd. Jewel Loyd, mid-range jumper. And let's see if they can get the rebound. And they don't get the offensive rebound. Story of the game here. Nneka out to Jewel Loyd. They have another possession here. It's now or never. Sammy Whitcomb, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Sammy Whitcomb, deep 3. And Caitlin with the rebound. Let's see if they have a shot here. Caitlin over to Kelsey. Kelsey with the ball. Kelsey drives. Kelsey. And they call a foul. Oh, don't get a tech now. That would be the worst thing to do right now. So Kelsey Mitchell gets fouled and goes to the basket. And she'll go to the line. Yeah, Kelsey likes that. Likes dribbling. Yeah, it was with the body by Jordan Horston from behind. Oh, man. Let's see if Kelsey can knock these down. These are some big free throws here. And she bounces in the first. It's 2 minutes 19 to go, people. 2 minutes 19 to go. Fever had this game. Smoke a layup and then foul a 3-point shooter. Kelsey hits both. Back to a 5-point game here. Seattle ball. Approaching 2 minutes to go. Let's see if the Fever can get a stop and secure a rebound here. Sammy Whitcomb comes off a stagger screen. Crossover, step back on Caitlin. Misses. And Caitlin secures the rebound. Fever have to score here. They almost turn it over. They get it to Christy Wallace. Caitlin wants it back. Caitlin, crossover on Sammy. Crossover on Sammy again. She throws it up, and they call a foul on Sammy Whitcomb. Caitlin draws the foul on a 3. I'm so into the game, I didn't even stop my clock. Draws a foul on a 3-point shot. Sammy Whitcomb playing extra tight, reaching. She tries to even kick the ball. And yeah, they called a 3-point shooting foul. Wow, this was big news for the Fever here. Big news for the Fever. And boom, she hits the first. Don't get beside yourself because you fired. Nah. Yeah, Wolfie points with the clock stop. Very important. Sammy Whitcomb to the bench. Sammy Whitcomb to the bench. Oh, it's a timeout. Timeout. Everybody going to the bench here. Storm call a full timeout here. So 1 minute 50 to go. Caitlin at the line for 3 free throws. She hits the first. She has 2 more to go when we come back from the timeout break. Man, this quarter, the Seattle Storm are outscoring them 21-15. They started the quarter on a 7-0 run. The Fever have tried to claw back here. It's still that 7-0 run, right? That 7-point quarter lead right now, but it's a 4-point game. Maria says, I thought this was the night. It still possibly could be, Maria. It still possibly could be. Stables, good game. Yes, definitely a good game. We've been blessed to have some good games on these watch-alongs, some nice and close games. If you like this content, remember, leave a like, people. I see we got about 300 plus in here. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe. We do watch-alongs all season long. The next one will probably be Fever Aces on Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you guys are around for that. That game is on League Pass / and NBA TV. So if you're in the areas where that game is being shown on TV, watch it there. If you're not, you could watch it on League Pass, but make sure you're tuned in here. Thanks, Maria. Appreciate it. So we're back, people. Caitlin at the line hits the second free throw. And this next one can make it a 2-point game. Let's see if Caitlin can hit this. And she does. Caitlin hits all 3. And it's a 2-point game. 1 minute 50 to go. So it's Sammy Whitcomb, Ezzy Magbegord, Horston, Loyd, and Agumake for the Storm. We have Kelsey, Fagbenle, Mitchell, Nalissa, and Caitlin for the Fever. Oh, Jordan Horston finds an opening and scores. Great find by Nalissa Smith, by Jewel Loyd there, and it's back to a 4-point game. Caitlin with the ball. This is a big possession here. Caitlin goes behind the back, stops, pops, reverse pivots, throws it up, and scores. Caitlin starting to take over. She scored the last 5 for the Fever here. And it's back to a 2-point game. Jewel Loyd with the ball. Jewel Loyd, right side of the floor. She finds Nneka at the foul line. Nneka, corner to Horston. Oh, Ezzy Magbagor wide open under the basket. Miscommunication. And it's back to a 4-point game. It's going back and forth here. The Fever need to get a stop. Caitlin. Oh, they don't call a foul. And Jordan Horston with the steal. Jordan Horston on the break, goes up, throws it up, misses the layup. Sammy gets the rebound. She misses. Oh, they get a break here. Seattle misses 2 easy baskets, a 3-on-1. Caitlin for 3 gets blocked. And they call a foul. They call a foul. Is that a foul on the shot or a foul on the rebound? They call a foul on the shot. Holy smokes here. Oh my days. I think the Fever might have gotten away with one here. What's going on? I don't know what's happening. Even the players are confused here. Oh, so they don't call a shooting foul. They just say it's out of bounds. I was so confused. Oh, they calling an offensive foul. It was a foul after the rebound. Oh man, that was a tough possession there. So ball inbound with the Storm. Ah, that's tough. They called the foul on the offensive rebound on Fagbenle. She's fouled out. Aaliyah Boston in the game for her. So Jewel Loyd, the Fever need a stop here. Jewel Loyd with the ball by the half court line. She comes around the screen, goes behind the back, splits the double, gets into the paint, misses, rebound, Aaliyah Boston. Caitlin with the ball. They throw it quickly up the court. Kelsey Mitchell, step. Oh, she does the hezzy dribble. 1-2, gets to the paint. They call a foul and 1, Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell scores, gets fouled with 14 seconds to go, and can make this a 1-point game if she hits the free throws. Wow. It's 14 seconds to go, people. We have a good one here. Kelsey needs to hit this free throw, and then they have to play the free throw game here. Caitlin Clark on the bench here. They're challenging. They're challenging the foul call. Seattle is challenging the foul call here. So hold on a minute, people. There may not be a free throw. Seattle is challenging the call on the floor. That is a foul. Holy smokes. Wow. That's all I can say, people. Wow. So we're in a break right now, people. You're not missing anything. We have a really good one here. The Fever, I thought they were down and out after that missed layup 3-point foul. But they've clawed all the way back. A 2-point game here. Potentially could be a 1-point game if they uphold the foul call. Doug from Alaska, I'm glad you did as well, my friend. I'm glad you did as well. I'm glad people are finding the channel looking for W content on YouTube. You can challenge fouls. Yes, you can. You can challenge fouls. You're allowed 1 challenge a game. If you win the challenge, you get that challenge back. And after that, if you use it again, then it's gone. Last year it was just if you use it once, you win it or lose it. You lose it either way. They may not give a foul on this. Maria from ATL, salute. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for subscribing. Be here all season long. They're still reviewing. FZM 300, salute. Thanks for subscribing. They're still reviewing. They're back at the broadcast, still reviewing to see if it was a foul call. I don't see too much contact there. They may say this is not a foul call, so this may stay a 2-point game. Gene said change the coach. They fighting. They had a bunch of opportunities to keep this to keep the lead, but they started off this quarter on a giving up 7 straight points. Shooting percentages aren't good from your top guns either. And your big gun, Aaliyah Boston, was in foul trouble all night. So that nothing coaching can change with that one. All right, so let's see what the call is, people. Let us see what the call is here. I think they overturned it because I hear the crowd cheering. Yeah, she won the challenge. They won the challenge. Well, so it stays a 2-point game. It's Seattle's ball. The basket does count, but they don't get the free throw. So it's still a 2-point game. Seattle inbounding in their half of the court. They're going to have to play for a quick steal. If they can't get it within 2 seconds, they have to foul and play the foul game. Burfoot, salute to you. Thanks for subscribing. Richard, thank you. Appreciate it, bro. If the Fever lose, they are getting closer to a win. Lose by 2 points, they might win the next one. Yeah, it's progress. It's slow steps, but it's progress. All right, Seattle to inbound. 14 seconds left. Sammy Whitcomb inbounds, and they get the foul immediately on Lexi Hull. Not even a full. It's 13.2 on the clock. I'm gonna try and and keep the clock as accurate as possible. It gets tough when it gets to these 0.2s and these tenths of a second and things like that. But she fouls her immediately. 13.2 on the clock. So Jewel Loyd going to the line to put her over 30 points. And she hits the first. So it's a 3-point game here. Caitlin Clark checks back in for the offensive possession here. So we have Boston, Nalissa, Kelsey, Christy, and Caitlin. Jewel Loyd. Oh, she misses the second. And they call a timeout immediately. Immediate timeout by Christy Sides. Good timeout. So now it's time to draw up a play. It's a 3-point game. 12.5 seconds to go here. 12.5 seconds. Indiana ball. Let's see what Christy Sides can cook up in this timeout. Do they go for the 3? Do they go for a quick 2 and play the foul game? What do they do here in this situation? Let me know. What are your thoughts? Do they go for the quick 2 and then just foul and hopefully they miss another free throw? Or do you go for the 3 and hope? Aaliyah says the fouls are too much. I don't know. The risk with going for the 3 is if you miss and then you foul, then it makes it, and they hit at least 1, it makes it a 2-possession game. I'm seeing CC for 3. Go for 3. Caitlin for 3. Everybody's saying Caitlin for the 3. Okay. Sigmund says whatever the defense gives them. I like that one. I like that one. There's always a question in basketball circles whether teams who are up 3 should foul the team that's down 3 so they don't get 3 shots at the basket. They just get free throws. Storm should give up the easy 2. I hear that, Wolfie. RC says 3. They may not call the foul. They might have to go for 3. Not enough time. It depends on what the Storm give them. That's what it's gonna boil down to here. All right, they came back pretty quick. They almost missed this. So Fever to inbound. 12.5 seconds to go. I already gave you the lineups for the Fever. They haven't changed. It's Horston, Loyd, Magbagor, Agumake, and Whitcomb for the Storm here. So they're not inbounding now. There's a discrepancy in the amount of timeouts that are left, so the referees are trying to clarify that, and I believe they have. RZ says 3 because Hull and Boston can't shoot layups. All right, they're to inbound. Christy Wallace looking, finds Caitlin, and they foul immediately. As I said, I've seen this talked about before. The team that is up 3 will not give you a chance to shoot the 3, so they'll foul immediately. Yeah, she fouls immediately on that one. So they're not even going to give Caitlin a chance to even shoot a 3. She'll go to the line for 2 free throws with 11 seconds. So they're going to turn this into a free throw game. Caitlin hits the first. It's 11 seconds to go. Let me fix the clock for you guys. Try to be as accurate as possible here. 11 seconds to go. So Caitlin up to 20 points and 7 boards. I don't know what's going on here. There's still some discrepancy. I'm gonna turn my volume up so I can hear what. I don't know what's happening. The ref keeps going back to the scorer's table, but Caitlin shoots the second and buries it. And they called the Storm called the reset timeout. When they call a timeout with the X, that means reset. They just bring the ball quickly, advance it to the front court here. Wait, see, nobody knows what's going on. Even the commentators are confused here. So nobody knows what's going on. It's a reset timeout, people. I was right. It's 83-84 Seattle to inbound. People are so confused here at this game. The reset timeout confuses people. Sammy Whitcomb. Oh, the Fever almost get a steal. It may be Indiana ball, and it is. They're going to probably review this one. They're probably going to review this one. Sammy Whitcomb had to get it in. Oh, yeah, that might be out on Nneka Ogwumike, who tips it out in Alyssa Smith's hands right in front of the Indiana bench here. Oh, no. Maria says we need a miracle. Yeah, that might be out on Nneka. That might be out on Nneka Ogwumike. So the teams are huddling right now. Teams are huddling. It's 10 seconds. Like a second went off the clock on that one. So it's 10 seconds to go here. The time is updated. It's 10 seconds to go. 10 seconds on the clock here. The referees are at the scorer's table trying to see who this ball is out of. They said on the floor it's Fever basketball. So if there isn't conclusive evidence, it'll stay Fever ball. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is come right down to the wire here. That's the most definitive angle they had. It's an angle from the other side of the court, zoomed in to right in front of Fever bench. Yeah, Sammy Whitcomb had to get the ball in. The Fever played great denied defense. Sammy Whitcomb throws it in. Alyssa has it in her hand, and Nneka swipes it out. Trader salute. I'm glad you are. I'm glad you are. So the referees are at the table. It's tense here. They're looking at the replay over and over and over and over. because this is a huge call. This is a huge call. The Fever need this to go their way. Wow. The referees are still at the table, guys. You're not missing anything. I'll update you as soon as they give me an update here. Wow. Shout out to all 400 of you, 400 plus of you in on the stream right now. Salute to all of y'all. We're in a good game right now. It looked scary early, but the Fever found a way in that third quarter to claw back in this game, turned their defense to offense. Actually was rebounding the basketball. They took the lead at a point, went back down at the beginning of the fourth, and have fought all the way back here to have it at a 1-point game with 10 seconds to go. Fever looking for their first win of the season. Lido, live from the Philippines. Salute, man. I hope it's probably late over there, I'm assuming. Late or early. I don't know how many hours you guys are ahead in the Philippines, but salute to you, my friend. All right, Kathy says positive thoughts for the Fever. All right, so it looks like it is Fever basketball, people. It is Fever basketball. Dr. Skeptic. Everybody talking about good vibes. This man comes in with the horrible vibes. Wait, they messed up the clock. What in the world? They put the clock back at 1 minute and 11 seconds. Hey, wind that back down. There you go. 11 seconds. Oh, they put it back to 11, so I'm gonna put it back up. So it's Fever ball, 11 seconds. Christy Wallace to inbound. They trying to get the ball inbounds. Who's that? Ezzy Magbagor tips it out of bounds. That was dangerous. Fever need just a 2. They don't need a 3. If the 3 is there, they may take it, but they need a 2 definitely. So another timeout called? Is that what I'm seeing? Jeez, we just went over a replay. Yeah, Fever full timeout. This might be one of their last timeouts of the game. Steven, I appreciate it, my friend. Please do. Refs will probably call the league. That's what you think, Jim? Dr. Skeptic says, I'm telling you, they will pull off a lose. They will pull off a loss. All right. 10.3 people, 10.3 seconds. Fever call, I believe, which is their final timeout here. Gene said it's 12:10 p.m. Oh, so it's in the afternoon over there. Jeez. CC for 3, Philippines support CC. I love it. Man, she got support all over the world here. All right, let's see what happens here. Let's see. 10 seconds to go, people. Fever ball, 1-point game. Fever looking for their first win of the WNBA season. Holy. All right, so let's see what Christy Size cooked up in this timeout here. All right, let me pay attention here. So they're taking the ball out on the baseline. Christy Wallace to inbound. Christy Wallace looking. Finds Caitlin. Oh, Caitlin fumbles the ball. She secures it, though. They get it to Aaliyah Boston, and they call a jump ball. Oh, my days. 4.7 seconds. It was a great play. Caitlin Clark coming off the screen, wide open in the corner. She gets it, fumbles the ball there, and then becomes a scramble. The jump ball with 4 seconds. 4 seconds. Houston versus Boston. They just need a 2 here. So let's see what happens here. Boston versus Houston for the jump ball. It goes up. They tip it. Oh, Nneka saves it. And they call a foul. Oh, the Fever. The Fever. The Fever. The Fever. The Fever. Damn. I feel pain for y'all. I feel pain for y'all. Sorry, it's 2 seconds left, guys. It's not, game's not over. It's 2 seconds left. 2 seconds left. The funny thing is they still have a shot. Nneka Ogwumike at the line for free throws, and she misses the first. The Fever don't have any timeouts, I don't believe. Do they? Unless they have one of those reset timeouts. Let's see. They don't really display the reset timeouts here. Nneka hits the second. Oh, they don't have any timeouts. They give it to Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston throws it up. And that's how the game ends, people. That is how the game ends. And the Fever snatch victory. No, the Fever snatch defeat from the jaws of victory and lose their 5th straight game. Let me update the records here. Fever go 0-5. Storm go 2-3. Dang, that hurts as a Fever fan there. That hurts. Well, guys, that is the game. I'm gonna give you a quick stat check here. They gave it a good shot. Offensive rebounds really did kill them in the end, but they gave it a good effort here. But the Fever lose this game 85-83. Let's take a quick look at the box scores here before we head out. Dang, that's unfortunate. So Nalissa Smith finishes with 16 and 11 double-double. Aaliyah Boston foul trouble, 4 points and 3 rebounds. Kelsey Mitchell with 17 on 5 of 17 shooting. Christy Wallace, 5 points. Caitlin Clark comes alive with 21, 7 assists, 7 rebounds. Katie Samuelson had 5. Peg Bentley with 8. Wheeler with 2. Lexi with 5. 11 turnovers for the Fever. 6 for 22 from 3. That's tough. Nneka Ogwumike with 22 and 9. Ezzie McMagor with 14 and 9. Skylar Diggins didn't play a lot in the second half. Only had 2 points and 5 assists. Jewel Loyd with 32. Vivians with 3. Whitcomb with 10. And Jordan Horston with 2. Man, Caitlin mishandled the ball at the end of this game, guys. It was there for the taking, and unfortunately, it didn't follow through. Did not follow through. Looking at the chat, yeah. It was Liz, you're welcome. Until the next one, we'll see. They play the Sparks on Friday. That is their next shot, the Indiana Fever. They play the Sparks on Friday. Caitlin Clark comes off the screens. She's right in the corner. They pass it to her. I think she's thinking shot before the ball even hits her hands. She fumbles it. It's a scramble on the floor, which leads to a jump ball. Yeah, man. Doctor says, let me hear her harsh voice again. Man, I think that was a great play by the coach. I'm not even going to throw the coach under the bus. Maria, thank you for tuning in, as always. I'm not going to throw the coach under the bus for that one. It was a great play call there. It just didn't follow through. Liz, salute. I'll see you on the next one. Guys, thank you all for tuning in. We had a great game here. The Storm are 2-3. The Fever fall to 0-5. Next time the Fever play is on Friday in LA against the LA Sparks. Next time the Seattle Storm play, let me see, the Storm play on the 25th against the Mystics. Well, that is that. All right, guys, on the way out, make sure you like, subscribe. I will be back on Saturday. God willing, to the Fever play against the Aces in Las Vegas. That will be a back-to-back for them, so that's going to be a tough one. But we'll see how they fare in there. Until next time, guys, appreciate you all the newcomers. Salute all the people who have been here this season. Salute to all y'all. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Until then, salute.